What is up, my guys? I've been getting in the habit of recording myself now as soon as I get an idea, because sometimes I'm just driving listening to music and I'm thinking about all these conversations in my head about like concepts, ideas, advice, and I've been learning how to catch the fact that I'm thinking about ideas and saying, girl, start recording and say what you're thinking. Because back then it used to be like I would just think, write them down and never record. Anyways, what I was thinking about was about forgiveness. We are going to talk about forgiveness and the two sides of the coin. With that being said, now little old me personally, am in the process of forgive and forget. Now, you meet all kinds of people in this world that tell you like, yeah, I can forgive, but I won't forget. Me,
in about 10 miles, take exit 12 on the right onto CA 163 South.
Did y'all hear that? Yes, ma'am, 10 miles. Anyways, me, I want to forgive and forget because I want to forgive and live peacefully, knowing that I have no hatred towards no one. Now, that doesn't mean be a dummy, okay? That's very different. I could give and forget and learn to not allow someone to step on my toes again. That doesn't mean forget. What I mean is forget what they did, because sometimes we forgive, but we might look at that person like, bitch, I'm never gonna forget what you did to me. Like, yeah, we're hanging out, we're cool, but I'm never gonna forget what you did to me. I'm gonna forget it as much impossible as I could, because that's what I want to do. Because not forgetting creates like this poison in your heart that grows and extends throughout your body, and your body could always feel, your body keeps the count of all that stagnant emotion that you have harvested in your body when you think about it, when you don't forget it, because you're constantly remembering what they did to you. Mind you, you're not perfect, you're human, and you are gonna be bound to remember at some point, but you allow how much of an impact it has over your emotions. Now, as I said, we're gonna talk about both sides of the coin. That's my perspective that I want to work on. Now, you have your type of people that won't forgive, won't forget. That is like, you know what, bitch, I'm never fucking with you again. That's that. Cutting ties. I don't care who you are, blood sister, friend, long life partner. I don't give a fuck who you are, bitch. Fuck you and that fucking horse you rode in. Okay? And that's okay. If that is you, that's okay. You know what? Don't let me try to be all high and mighty and holy, always trying to give advice about doing the right thing, being positive, being optimistic and all that. But I am trying to tell you, if you're watching me, what I'm trying to work on and what kind of life I want to live and mindset that I want to have. Now, with that being said, if you're on the other side of the coin of forgive and forget, I just explained to you why I want to forget, because resentment grows, and it's really hard to change your mind about someone once you already have set in mind what kind of person they already are. Mind you, I truly believe people could change no matter what. Now, I also believe that the older you get and the more you don't change your habits, the more you will stay there. But I also have that little hope for people that one day they're going to have an epiphany and do a whole 180 on their life and change who they are. And that's why I forgive and forget. And I don't care how dirty someone has done me. Trust me, everybody has, but I've had the most dearest people in my life do the dirtiest things to me. And I choose to forgive them. And I choose to look at them every single time I see them and just think, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, currently, I'm like, damn bitch, you really hurt me. But then I'm like, I just look at all of the things that were going on in their life, and you are able to see why they made that choice or what influenced them to behave like that towards you. That doesn't mean that that's who they are as a person. Mind you, nobody in this world is a ball and chain to who they are. You are not the I am this, I am that. You are just I am, and that is it. You are whatever presents to you at the moment. Like I've said in multiple videos, there is no good or evil. It's just what you are and what it is, and based on your emotions, that is how you behave, and your perspective, your circumstance, your influence, that is how you are going to behave. And that is why I forgive and forget, because I'm not gonna put people's names in this, but someone very dear to me has always been influenced by the partners that they choose, and it makes her behave a certain way because of the influence that these men have on her. Did this bitch just zoom in and out? I don't know. Anyways, because of the influence that these men have on her. I am tripping. Anyways, sorry. So I don't look at her as a bad person. I look at the circumstance that made her behave in that certain way. It's like, for a perfect example, there has been many trials where there's a perfect trial. I do not remember her name, but this lady had a daughter or son who was, I think, murdered and raped and murdered, and she went to court, and the person that did it was right there in court. She snuck in a gun to court and killed the man right there and then. Okay, look at the scenario. She killed someone that hurt who she loved. Some others will say, but that still makes her a murderer. Maybe the mother of the person was like, you killed my son. Now she turns into a hated person by the mother. She will not forgive and forget. Like, it's just perspective. It's just point of view. It's the influence. It has a lot to do. That's a perfect example, like I said, because depending on your point of view, who you are, you will learn to look at it from both sides of the story, okay?
In 2 miles, take exit 12 on the right onto CA 163 South.
In the mother eyes, she got justice. She got vengeance. In other people's eyes, it might be like, damn, she's also a murderer. That doesn't make her any better, you know? It's just there. And then there's people, I've met a girl before who her mother used to prostitute her and did a lot of horrible things to her. And now she's older, and her mom is older, and her mother is losing her memory and doesn't remember a lot of things. She's very sick, and she takes care of her. The daughter takes care of the mom. And like, I used to ask her, like, how could you forgive her? And she's like, she's my mother, and she doesn't even remember half of it. Like, she chose to forgive and forget. That is okay. It just, life will test you to your limits. Life will put your heart to the test, your emotions to the test, and it is okay if you choose to not forgive. Use the right 4 lanes
to take exit 12 on the right onto CA 163
if you choose
South.
to not forgive and forget. Like I said, it all depends on your own perspective, your own judgment. Oh wait, fuck me. Hold up, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I need to make sure I was going the right way. Like I said, it just, everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own experiences. Everybody has their own traumas. There is no higher or lower trauma. Feelings and emotions are all the same. Your brain, though, might take things differently than someone else. Everybody's different, yet we're all one. So you could choose whatever route you want to go on. Whether you forgive and forget, or you say, fuck you, and I don't want to know anything about you. But me, little old me, I want want to forgive and forget because I understand people grow and change. I understand people have learning experiences. I understand that maybe if I'm choosing to forgive and forget someone who's fucking me over and over and over again, then maybe that's something that I need to heal inside of me that I still haven't learned. A lesson that I'm not grasping just yet. So that is why I choose to put myself in that same position over and over and over and over again. Because I also need to learn from it. And like I said, I don't want to look at anyone like they are just what they are and have always been. I don't want to look at people that way. I want to have hope and believe that people could be, mended? Changed, basically. I believe people could redeem themselves. And life is too short to say fuck you to all the people that you have once loved. It's fine if you don't see them again. It's fine if you don't ever see them again. What I want you guys to be okay with is to forgiving that image of them and letting it go so you don't grow with that poison in your heart. Do you guys ever just sit here and just randomly think of all the fucked up things people have done to you, and it just gives you that tense feeling in your body of what you could have said to them, what you should have said, what you could have done? But the thing is, there's nothing you could have changed. It happened exactly how it needed to happen. Or maybe something happened with someone and you didn't see them ever again, and you finally see them and you tell yourself, like, next time I see them, I'm going to tell them this, this, and that. And then you see them and you just stay stuck. And you want to say all these things, or you do say these things, and sometimes you say them and after you're like, damn, that didn't make me feel better. That's what I'm talking about. Revenge, all to its own, will not always make you feel better, but maybe you will. But like I said, little old me. And if you're like me trying to change these habits, let it go. It's okay to let it go. And if people ask you, how can you do that? Tell them. Because I do not want to grow with poison in my veins. Hurt people. I want to heal. I want to find the things in me that hurt the most and let them go. I want to know what triggers me and let it go. I want to be at peace with myself, and I can only be at peace with myself if I am at peace with the world. How can I radiate light if I'm always clouded? Bars. Hold the fuck up. I need to write that bitch down. Hold the fuck up. 3:52. I need to go back. Anyways, sorry. That was good. I'm not even gonna make this video any longer than what it needs to be. I think I made my point. And I just want to tell you guys, whatever side of the coin you choose, that's fine. That's what you're in this world to be, whatever kind of person you want to be. But remember, you have the power to choose who you really want to be. Yeah, you can let your traumas and the world shape you, or you could shape yourself. And me, little old me, wants to shape myself to not only my perfect image, but the universe's image, God's image, whatever you choose to believe in. Mind you, I don't ever want to imply any religion onto anyone on here or make anyone feel uncomfortable with religion. That's why I say God, universe, life, yourself. I am never going to imply a specific religion to you guys. I want everybody to always feel comfortable listening to me, knowing that I respect whatever it is you guys believe in. Now, going back real quick, I want to shape myself. Yes, I truly believe destiny is already written. Whatever is going to happen to you is already written out. But like I've talked in past videos, I truly believe that all of our versions coexist in a parallel universe. So whatever you choose to do, it's fine, because whatever you thought you were gonna do, you did do it. Whatever you've been, past, present, future, live in one. And if you're not like this right now, you're a whole different way in another universe, and that is okay. Infinite possibilities exist for you. Now, sorry, I got stuck. Brain fart. Now, I just want to say I love you all. Whatever you choose to do, it's okay. At the end of the day, remember, whatever you choose to do, fuck me. I think I took the fucking wrong one. Oop, sorry. Whatever you choose to do is okay. And don't beat yourself up. Don't try to be perfect. Perfection is not the goal. You already are perfect. You are a work of art. You are a work in progress. You don't need to be perfect.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
Okay. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be yourself and choose who you want to be.
In
Deep
2
down in
miles,
here.
take exit 1B to merge onto I-5 North.
Listen to your instinct. Listen to your gut instinct. And just remember, you are, what's the word? You are allowed to change yourself as many times as you want to. Nobody says you have to be the hero. Nobody says you have to be the villain. Nobody says you have to be a vigilante. Nobody says you have to be anything except for you. One day I'm Batman, the next day I'm Joker. Haha. Hee hee. Bada bing, bada boom. So, with that being said, I love you all. Have a blessed day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Toodaloo. See you next time.